Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Ask DJV show. This is episode 38. I'm DJ Valori, and thank you so much for joining us this week. On this week's episode, I wanted to give you a high-level overview of Periscope's live streaming capabilities. Periscope, as you may know, is owned by Twitter, and live streaming is all the rage. We believe every hotel, every resort should be leveraging Periscope and live streaming to create fresh video content that can be leveraged on YouTube, as well as engage with your Twitter followers. Check out this next video, which walks you through how Periscope works, and I'll be back after it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Periscope live streaming overview. I wanted to share with you how Periscope works on this session and give you a quick overview on what you can do with Periscope live streaming. As you know, Periscope is all the rage. It's owned by Twitter, and it's definitely integrated very well with Twitter, so it's definitely a tool that you want to take a look at when you're marketing your property. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Periscope. And the cool thing about Periscope and any live streaming application, you've got Meerkat, you've got Blab, which is another one that we'll talk about later, is that it creates automatic content for you that you can put on your YouTube account. It creates video content because that video content is actually provided to you as a result of what you're doing on Periscope, right? It's saving it to your camera roll. But we'll get into that in a second. When you launch Periscope, down below you see 4 tabs, a little TV screen, a map, a globe, a little red button, and then the 3 people, which is the profile. Let's take a look at the right-hand side, the profile button down below. This screen is showing me people. It's showing me all the people that I'm following on Twitter that currently have Periscope accounts that I may choose to follow or not to follow. So for example, Ankara Red, right now I follow on Twitter, but I don't follow on Periscope, so I can go ahead and click on the little plus sign and actually turns into a check mark and now says that I'm following this person on Periscope as well as Twitter. So when this person does a live Periscope, I will receive a notification through my notification system on my iPhone that the person is live. I can click on a link and actually view their video. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to uncheck that for now. If I click on the top right-hand corner, the little person icon, it's going to take me into my profile. So in my profile, you'll see my picture will come up in a second. You see my handle, which is DJ Valori, same as my Twitter handle. I have 10,800 hearts. Those hearts are basically acknowledgments from people that have viewed my videos, my live scopes, and actually liked what I was saying. When someone likes what you're saying on a live broadcast, they actually give you hearts. So it's a good tool, benchmark, to show that what you're talking about is of interest to other people. There's a little bio here, so you would explain a little bit about your hotel here in the bio, just like you do on your Twitter account. Down below, it shows you how many people you are following, how many are following you, how many you've blocked, and the broadcast. So on the following side, I am following 65 people. So here it shows me a list of all the people that I'm following. You can see Hilton Hotels I'm following. If I scroll down here, there's probably, I think, Hilton Honors, as well as Marriott Hotels. So more and more the brands and properties are getting involved in live streaming because it does provide engagement opportunities for your customers, as well as creates multiple and quickly creates video content you can use. As far as the people following me, I have 242 followers, so I can click on that to actually see who is following me, and easily I can actually click on one of these little people icons on the right and actually follow them as well. So I'm going to close that out. The blocked section, these are 2 people that I've decided to block from my Periscopes. You will always get what are called trolls when you're doing a live broadcast. These are people that their sole mission is to try to trip you up, insult you, and say negative things on your scopes. Because as you'll see in a minute, people actually can type and interact with you on the screen when you're doing a live Periscope. So what you do is you just block them so they never ever get another notification that you're live streaming, so they can't get on. And then the broadcast, as you can see, I've done 80 broadcasts, so those are actually live streams, and all my streams pretty much on Periscope are entrepreneur related small business related, leadership related. I give out tips and tricks and advice to other entrepreneurs and solopreneurs on how to build a business, which I've done successfully, as you know, for the last 12 years. So that is the profile icon, and there's some other settings which I won't go into at this point. Now, when you start a broadcast, it's very easy. You just click on the little red button down below here, and you're actually now viewing what I'm viewing from my camera, right? So before I start the broadcast, at the top, I want to type in a title. So I will put in, let's say, Tour My Resort in, and I'll use a hashtag word. I'll put in Bermuda because there are abilities to actually search by keyword, right? So you want to keep it short, maybe 1 line, 2 lines. Use some keywords in your title. This is what's going to appear on the listing of all the people that are live broadcasting throughout the world, which I'll show you in a minute. The little flashing icon there above the Start Broadcast button, that is basically the geolocator. This is very important because as a broadcaster, you're going to show everybody where you're broadcasting from, down to the street level. So my advice is if you're broadcasting from home or somewhere where you don't want people to know where you are, simply click on that and actually turn off your precise location sharing. This way, from a safety perspective, it's always good to do that. If you're at the office, or if you're in the hotel on property, you want to, of course, keep that on because that will result in your broadcast appearing on the map section, the globe section, which I'll go show you in a moment, which is really cool for discovery. So the next thing is the little pad icon. You can click on, will actually create a private broadcast. Now, these private broadcasts are only for selected people that you select to actually view your broadcast that are actually on your follower list, right? These are all the people that are following me. So at any point, I can say, well, I only want Bernie and Big Al, for example, to actually view my broadcast. So now it's private. As you can see down below, it says make it private. So if you're doing, we don't really use this at this point, but if you wanted to do a company type of broadcast where only your employees could see, you would actually check them off here. I'm going to cancel. The next little icon is a little chat icon. This is basically when clicked on, only users that are following you will have the ability to leave a comment and chat with you. You want to leave that basically turned off because you want to be able to engage with everybody, even people that are not following you, right? So you want to be able to engage with them whenever possible. And then the last one is a little Twitter icon, the little bird. That's always on by default, and what that means is when you are ready to go live, when you click Start Broadcasting, it's going to send an automatic tweet through all of your Twitter followers that you are now live on Periscope and broadcasting. And what they do is they can just click on the link and go right into Periscope and actually see your live broadcast. That's how quickly it works. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that right now because we're not going to do a broadcast, but that's how you do a broadcast. It's very, very simple to do that. Now, I'm going to click the little globe down below. This is a discovery button. And what this does is it allows you to see who is actually streaming right now, who is live. So you can see the first two. There are folks that are streaming right now. And you can scroll down. You can look at the titles. You can see the use of the hashtags and keywords that I mentioned earlier. And those are the ones that are trending at the top. And then down below, you have other broadcasters as well. You'll notice a little icon and the person icon and the number. That tells you how many people are actually watching that live stream as you speak. So it's a pretty cool feature to kind of see who's out there, who's doing what. Let's take a look at this Texas Motor Speedway, the first one. There are 48 people watching that one. Let's see what that's like. So it's someone actually looking like they're giving a press conference. You can see all the hearts that are flying by pretty quickly. So whatever this person's saying, they're really enjoying. Now, if I swipe from the left to the right on my iPhone, you'll get a whole other set of features and functions. So I can actually hide the chats. So let's say I don't want to see all those comments, the people that are actually commenting. I can just click on that icon, or I can show the chat again, and I can see here. Now, as you can see, people are typing in. They're inviting other people. Here's how you invite other people. Let's say I'm watching this, and I want to share this. I click on the little share icon, and now I can share this on Twitter with all of my followers. So they get a link immediately as to this broadcast is live, and they can go right on and actually view it. So that's pretty cool. It also kind of shows you who's on live right now, these people here that are watching you. So that's cool functionality there. Now, going back to the geolocator that function that I talked about before that you always want to have on unless you're at home, if you click on the map functionality, it actually brings you a map of the world. And you can actually see who is broadcasting and the number of people that are broadcasting worldwide. So if we go into Florida right now, looks like in Orlando there are 2 people. I'm going to click on that, walking Epcot. So I'm going to click on that and actually see what's going on there. Looks like someone is actually just doing a tour of something in Epcot, I guess. And the key thing is you want to move your camera slowly, right, when you do this. So you're going to learn how to do it properly by just doing it. But this person obviously isn't moving around too much, and it kind of makes you dizzy. But they're just showing you right now, probably in the gift shop, looks like in one of the Epcot attractions. We go to Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach. Someone's broadcasting there. So again, if you leave that little symbol here that's flashing on the screen checked off and flashing, you will appear on that little globe setting, right? Now, the little television icon, which is the first icon, basically at the top shows you, and you just pull down to refresh, shows you of all the people you are following who is on live right now as you're watching this. And right now, there's nobody live that I'm following. There are tons of other people. You know, Periscope has about 15 million users right now in just a few months. There are tons of other people broadcasting worldwide, but none that I'm following. Down below, it says 46 recent. Okay. This is important and an important feature of Periscope. Whenever you do a live scope, a Periscope live streaming, also called a scope, that Periscope session actually stays live online to your followers for 24 hours. After 24 hours, it disappears and it's no longer viewable. So it's really important that you retweet your Periscope, because not everybody's going to be able to watch it live, right? Someone may be following you and they happen to be driving, or they're on the bus or on the train. It's just not convenient for them to actually view your Periscope. They're just going to let it go and, X out of the alert, and they'll view it when they get home. I do that all the time, right? You're working during the day, you're not playing around on Periscope, hopefully, and you want to see all that content when you get home. So it's there for you to actually see when you get home. So these are all Periscopes from people that I follow that I can actually check out anytime I want. Here's Damon John from Shark Tank. He did a Periscope a little while ago, and I can hit the play button and view the Periscope. Looks like he's driving to the set in California for Shark Tank shooting. You can see here all the people coming in pretty quickly, right? Of course, if you're a celebrity, you're going to have hundreds, if not thousands of people following you. There are the hearts. There's Damon John right there doing his Periscope with his Yankee cap. Rise and grind. You can see all the comments flying in. So again, the whole point of doing a Periscope is that you're interacting with people. So yes, you're showing them something of your hotel. You're doing a tour, maybe of the kitchen, interviewing the chef. You're going out by the pool, looking at the ocean. You're going to your meeting space. There's so many things you can do. But as people bring and type comments like this on the keyboard, you want to make sure that you're actually responding back verbally to their comments whenever possible. So there you have it. That is an overview of Periscope. There are so many other functions you could use with Periscope, other applications that will actually do what's called catch, that will record your Periscope, and you can embed it into your website. We'll cover those Periscope tips and tricks later on in other sessions, but I wanted to give you an overview today on how Periscope works. Thanks again for joining us this week on the Ask DJV show. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel down below by clicking on the subscribe button so you will stay informed as new videos come out on a weekly basis. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.